Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet, and this is going to be placement match number 3 for my 1v1 ladder game. Now, against a bronze player. I believe he was... shit, I can't remember. He may have been Protoss, he may have been Zerg. We're probably going to do an early scout just in case he was Zerg. I am so bad like that, I cannot remember for the life of me what he was. It was right there, but... Anyway, let's go do a scout. I believe this is a 1v1 map, even though there's a crap load of expansions. Just the way the base is set out, seems like it's set up for 1v1, so we're going to set this probe out, label him number 1 so I can get over there nice and fast if I need to. The chrono boost out, and start getting this pylon built up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Pylon's a little bit late out there, but that's fine. Usually you should get the pylon started before you actually put down the minerals for the 10th probe, but we're still fine. So it was a Zerg. We'll have a look. Hopefully he hasn't exploited my abysmal memory by going for an early spawning pool. It looks like he hasn't. He's gone for a gas, and he's probably going to get a hatchery, so we'll have to see if we can block that. Get 2 probes up, get a gateway down. Go away, you useless bastard. There we go. I'm betting he's going to run first. He's not going to run first. Shit. Well, that didn't end very well. That drone's going to turn into a hatchery now, and yeah, so I basically didn't do much damage to him. But that's fine. We lost 1 probe. And we'll see what else we can accomplish here. Let's get the gas down, get another probe. So yeah, basically I'm going to try and get up as high in the ladder as I can, playing a decent amount of games, maybe one every few days or so. I'm not going to go serious to try and really serious laddering up, because if I did, then basically every game would be a 4-gate, and that would probably get fairly boring after a while. So I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit. So there we go, cyber core and another gateway. I think against this Zerg I'm going to go mass blink stalker. It's a great build in the past. It's not quite as good as it used to be, but as long as he doesn't go mass Zergling, I should be fairly good. And even if he does go a lot of Zerglings, I should still be okay. I can just warp out an extra couple of zealots, maybe get legs if I really need to, but we'll see. So that's the first thing there. Let's start building stalkers. Blink stalkers. I am going to need the second gas here. The mineral income seems pretty good though. Let's get out the 3rd gateway, probably another pylon. Have I got that first stalker out yet? Not quite. There we go, got just enough. And there we go. This is beautiful timing here. Getting the keeping the probe production up, starting to get some stalkers up. So we're doing quite well at the moment. There we go. There's another one. We're going to start pushing out when we get to about the 6-7 stalkers. Do a little bit of a push, a little bit of an attack, decide if we can afford to expand, or if we're going to just have to focus all our minerals on getting a counter force up, because if he's going for a massive amount of army and we expand without scouting him, then it could be very bad for us, because he could just overwhelm us if we don't have the army. And that's happened to me a couple of times in the past, but it is not going to happen to me today. So just a couple more stalkers. A little bit supply blocked here. We'll get another pylon just to be safe. Get them nice and spread out so you don't get sort of shoved in with the amount of buildings that you can place, which is always a danger. I've actually got quite a lot of income here, so I think I'll just wait for these 2 and then maybe go out for a scout. It's less than I would have liked, but these guys are fairly smart, so if he's got Zergling speed, I might be in trouble, but I don't expect him Or maybe he will, but I don't know. Let's get the Twilight Council out. Start the blink going up. Get these guys to take that one out. Maybe just hit the hatchery a couple of times. Do a quick little scout, then hit the hatchery. We've got our warp gate tech up. It's got the queen. Let's bust these queens down. A little bit of micro there to keep that stalker from taking. There we go. So we've got zerglings with speed, and the chances of us getting out of here is very slim now. We will continue running though. We will convert these to gateways. And we will have to start getting some zealots out right now.
I am here in the shadows. I am the voice.
But that's fine. I think we'll switch over to research charge first of all. We'll get another gateway up here. Get another forge. It's going to make it a bit harder to get our expansion, but I think we should be able to do it in another couple of minutes, maybe at the 10-minute mark. We should have enough of an army. There we go. This is good, but I don't know how long I can hold it there. He's losing a lot. This is just beautiful. That is just fantastic. He lost so many units there. I was lucky that I got those two zealots and that he didn't try and take the pylon, because I think he maybe could have got the pylon there. Well, I don't know what this probe is doing, but we'll get weapons level 1. We'll start to pump out some more zealots here, and I think we're almost ready to start moving out and getting our expansion. We'll just do another round of units. Chrono boost this. Another couple of those guys. That's good, that's good. Alright, let's start pushing out a little bit. Oh, shut up you. Pylons, pylons, pylons. Get this probe out there. I think I should be able to put my forces up around this area. If they run around, they're going to have to do a kind of wavy S, and I don't think they'll be able to do that well. I can sort of pinch them against the nexus. This gap, they're not going to be able to get through that very well. And what we're going to do here is pylon. And then we'll put another gateway in there later on. Sort of really get them shoved off to the side. Another couple. But I'm not going to be too worried about them for the time being. Let's get another 4 zealots, and then we'll start on Stalker production from there. And we'll have to see what he's transitioning into. So it's well past time that I got a Robo Bay and started getting my observers down. We've got a very good army composition at the moment, but we're not too good on the whole scouting thing. You may be going for muters at this point, going off zerglings into muters, which would be quite bad for us. So we've got to go scout that out ASAP. Let's get some stalker production going. Let's move a couple of probes. It's about 12, so that's a good number to move across. Let's get this gateway. I don't know if there's a gap I left in there, but that's should be fine. That should be good enough for now. We're going to leave these guys here, because if he does a muter attack, my guys can still get to him fairly quickly, as opposed to if they are out in the field. So we're going to just build up our forces. We're going to wait for the observer to come out, and then we're going to see what we can see. We'll get 2 observers. Start working on blink now. Start getting ground level 1. Not going to go for really fast upgrades here, although we will chrono boost this out and chrono boost the observer out. And we need to start working on our minerals a bit now. We're running a bit short, so I need to get back on the pro production. I sort of slacked off there. Of course, my second was quite delayed there, a bit scared from that zergling harass, but we're a bit better now. So we're going to go ahead and get that up, and we're going to take this stupid overlord out. Or at least we're going to scare it off a little bit. So he probably knows I've got my second now, but that's fine. Oh, the main thing I want to make sure is that he doesn't have a spire, because if he has a spire, I'm going to have to get some cannons up at the main base. And that is going to be painful. If he doesn't have a spire, if he's going like Roach Hydra or something, then I might, depending on which one he's got more of, I might either switch into a couple of Immortals or a couple of Colossus. But the Zealot and the Stalkers are still going to be the main part of my army. And as you can see, my army is growing quite well. So he's looking like he's either going Infestors or Hive Tech at the moment. There we go. So we have probably Broodlords going, so I'd expect him to have a third base somewhere else. I'm not too worried. As long as I've got Blink, I should be fine. I'm going to concentrate on Stalkers a lot more. The Zealots aren't going to help me as much anymore, so just mass Stalkers all day long. And I should probably try and push them out. There's the third base. This guy's macroing like there's no tomorrow. Let's just stand over here and see what pops out of these eggs. Just drones, just drones. Alright, so let's go find out all the expansions. And I built some pylons, didn't I? I could have sworn I did. There they are, they're coming out now. 2 bases should be enough for now. I expect him to come in from the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to build an additional observer. And we're going to hide it over this left side. And this guy can just patrol over here, because he's going to hit me from the side. So we want to make sure that he doesn't manage to sideswipe in on this expansion, which is definitely a possibility. So this guy goes over there and then patrols up and down there. We're going to sweep in here. We're going to do some heavy drone damage. Oh, I was moving, I was not attacking there, but that's fine. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at the... And there goes the Corruptors. So he's got Corruptors. I'm going to pull out here. I'm not going to chase them because they're moving back into their own base. So they've got a favourable position. I took out a lot of drones there. I confirmed that he is going Broodlords and that they're not moving out against my base. So that's, I'd say it's a very successful trip. And since I know that he's at this base, I feel a little bit more safe sending this observer out to scout out and see what is going on over there. So maybe we'll see if he's got an expansion over there. If that's the case, I'm going to hit that. And while he's doing that, I am going to take my third over here. And we'll have a look at the base count. This is 15, this is 16. So I could do with a little bit more work. My upgrades probably need a little bit more work too. Not going to worry about shields. There we go. Beautiful work, you. I'm going to leave it for another couple of minutes. Let him get some drones over there. You can see some Zerglings over there, so they're doing a bit of a run around. That's fine. It's probably not a bad idea to get these watchtowers up. But watchtowers underestimated a lot. I mean a lot. I've had some games in Bronze League where I've got watchtowers for the entire game and the enemy hasn't even looked at me. He sent army after army against me. He sent drops all over the place. I always scout the drops because they always run right past the watchtower, and he never realized it. So very good for me, very bad for him. But watchtowers, do not underestimate the watchtower. Let's build some more stalkers. I really could get some more gateways at this point. My mineral count is getting very high. And chrono boost that up. Alright, let's let him move in a bit. Let him move in a bit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. Run away, run away. You cannot escape the blink. And that is just a clear case of not understanding what is a good counter to what, because Stalkers are awesome versus Broodlords, and either he didn't scout me or he just didn't know what the counters are. So now we're going to get some more Zealots, because he's most likely to counter me with Zerglings. We're going to go in there, and he's going to attack me there, but he doesn't know, or he doesn't care just how good the Zealots are. That's most of the Zergling army gone by the time my Zealots are gone down. He's just going to be trickling in forces now, and I think I have beaten him right there. So let's just go in, let's just wipe out everything else, and I expect this to be the end of the game fairly soon. Keep building up your forces. There we go, that's a good game. And good stuff. Good stuff. And I guess the thing you can take out of this game is that tier 3 units are good, but they're only good in the right situations. You can't just rush to tier 3. Even if the opponent leaves you alone, you can't just rush to tier 3 and expect to win, because a crap load of tier 1 units will beat a fair amount of tier 3 units any day. But I'm not going to toot my own horn anymore. I'm just going to say I'm one step closer to getting a good rank when I finish my placement game. So let's go ahead and let's keep the pressure on, and let's see how we do. And thank you guys for watching. I suppose I'll check the score screen. It's not going to be anything spectacular because we're not actually in a rank yet, but I will try and show the score screen after every game, just so you can see how that was a fantastic game. First Protoss win of the day, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. I think the most I've ever gotten is about 80,000 with the first win of the day, but this is not too bad. And as you can see, I'm up to 14, which means I'm simultaneously doing quite well and haven't played nearly enough, depending on what sort of player you are watching this cast. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.